morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we're going to be going through some news, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit exciting. I'm a little bit excited. We've got a new Detective Pikachu promo card, though it is not apparently the last one we're getting. And we've got some new products, which have just been announced, which are kind of fun. And we've got a sneak peek at the Sky Legend booster box, so we know a couple of other cards which are going to be coming in the near future. Not quite what they do, but we can make some predictions. But we need to start off, ladies and gentlemen, by having a look at Detective Pikachu. Now, I kind of assumed this was happening, but I'm glad it is. We are getting a Detective Pikachu promo card if we go and see the film in the cinema. And look, we expect this by now. Maybe we shouldn't, maybe we're all acting entitled. But when I went to see the first Pokemon movie in the cinema many years ago, I got given a promo card. At the time, my friend had already got it from the US on DVD. We literally watched the film on DVD, took a train to the city over. I say city, it's not that big. And watched it in the cinema, mostly to get the promo card. When I went to see the Pokemon movie in the cinema last year, I got a promo card. I expect a promo card. I'm getting a promo card. I'm happy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy. It is Detective Pikachu, and it is a different Detective Pikachu. It is a Detective Pikachu that doesn't just have different artwork to the ones we've seen already, but is actually a unique card with unique attacks. Now, usual little note to begin with here. This is not Pikachu. This is Detective Pikachu. That means that it cannot evolve into Raichu. In theory, it could evolve into Detective Raichu if Detective Raichu was a thing. And as far as I'm aware, ladies and gentlemen, Detective Raichu is not a thing. So it is a standalone card. If you're playing this card, you need to be playing it in and of itself. Is it any good? It's not great. If I'm completely honest with you, it's not great. 90 HP it's fine. It's about what we would expect, to be honest, from Detective Pikachu. And it's got a retreat cost of 2, which kind of sucks, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a fan of the retreat cost of 2. But having said that, this is the third Detective Pikachu we've gotten. They've all had a retreat cost of 2. Incidentally, they've also all had 90 HP. For 1 energy, colorless energy, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. This isn't a tank, ladies and gentlemen. It's Detective Pikachu. He's got 90 HP and, incidentally, like the worst weakness in the game. So something like a Buzzwole with a Diancie Prism Star will just destroy this while doing 30 damage to the bench. Not loving it. Yeah, you can heal 30, but that's going to be kind of irrelevant because, well, firstly, it's an attack, and secondly, you got 90 HP. If you're using this attack, something's gone wrong. As for the other attack, double colorless energy, corkscrew punch, 20 damage. And the good news is you can do it for a double colorless energy, which is nice. Single energy attachment. And, yeah, 20 damage. I mean, look, with a choice band, you're up to 50. And it's a lightning Pokemon, so you can use Electro Power to start boosting it up further and further and further. But why would you not just use a different Pokemon? There are much better lightning Pokemon around. So I'm sorry, Detective Pikachu. I'm sorry, this is not a great card. But we also got some news from Pokemon this week that there are new challenge boxes coming out. And they are focused around Solgaleo and Lunala. And what's really cool, and these do come around every so often, they're not kind of every year things, to be honest with you, but we do get them occasionally. They have theme decks in. I know, right? I went to Spain a few years ago, and the only Pokemon cards I could find had a theme deck in. So I bought it, obviously. Here, you either get the Solgaleo or Lunala theme deck. They are the Sun and Moon base theme decks, incidentally. You get the full theme deck, and then either Solgaleo GX and a Jumbo, or Lunala GX with a Jumbo. Now, interestingly enough, I'm fairly sure these have actually been released as Jumbos before. I don't think these are actually unique in terms of being Jumbo cards. I believe they've come in products previously, which is kind of cool, I suppose. Now, they are the first GXs, because obviously both Solgaleo and Lunala have had, well, second GXs, to be honest with you. For Lunala, it doesn't make a huge difference. I mean, look, this Lunala it's fine. It's not particularly amazing. It lets you move Psychic Energy around, and it's got a GX attack. The KO's a basic Pokemon, but not a GX. It's fine. I've seen it see play. The Solgaleo as a card is better here because it's got a built-in switch and it's got a GX attack that gets a lot of energy on the field and a main attack that does 230 damage. It's actually pretty good with the other Solgaleo GX that takes away weakness as an ability from all your Pokemon. For a double colorless energy, does 120 damage and attaches 2 basic energy from your discard to one of your bench. And then the GX attack heals all your Pokemon. That's not particularly great. So, of course, what you do here is essentially use the Solgaleo 2, Turbo Strike, do 120 attached to the bench, then smash with Solgaleo GX, discarding the energy, and then go back to using the 120 and accelerating energy. And the great thing is that the Solgaleo 1, the one that's coming in this box, does have an ability which acts as a switch. So actually, this is kind of cool, ladies and gentlemen. They aren't setting the format on fire, if I'm honest with you. These are not cards which are seeing a huge amount of play. Now, the good news is you also get 2 booster packs and a code card, which is nice. But these seem like weird kind of products. They're Sun and Moon based theme decks with Sun and Moon GXs in, but they're being released on June the 7th, which is about 2 months away. But these are cards that were initially released in February 2017. So you're talking kind of 2 years and 4 months since they first came out. They're being chucked together in a new set. Not to mention that we are expecting the Sun and Moon base set to rotate out in September, which is only 3 months after these are actually released. So look, I think for new players, these are really good. I love these for new players. Here's a theme deck you can play. Oh, and then there's a GX that you can stick straight into your deck, and a couple of packs as well. For new players, I love this. And if you've got people who want to get into the game, I think buying one of each of these is kind of fun. Now, they're not the best theme decks out there. We've had some really good theme decks released. I should do a ranking of theme decks. I'll talk to David Hockman. He's on this. But they're good for starters. But the fact that they're being released so late into the life cycle of these particular cards, the fact they're going to rotate out pretty much immediately, and they're not the best theme decks, I think they're cool for newer players, but they are far from must-have products, shall we say. And the last piece of news we need to talk about today, we can see the booster box for Sky Legend over in Japan. And as often happens when that is the case, we get 3 pictures which are literally just artwork from 3 of the cards. And they are cards that have hitherto not been seen. So, what have we got, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we're getting a Silvally. That's kind of cool. I mean, Silvally GX is still getting its memory cards. It's turning into, as far as I'm concerned, one of the most interesting cards in the format, because with memory cards, it can almost one-hit KO anything, which is pretty gosh darned fun. So that's kind of cool. And Silvally do tend to be quite good. We are getting a Steenie, which means we're getting a Serena. Now, to be fair, Serena's not been amazing in the trading card game so far. Yeah, the GX is one of the worst we've had. I do like the one from Sun and Moon. The one from Sun and Moon's got a really nice ability. When you evolve into it, you can discard a card from your opponent's hand. When we've got stuff like Jesse and James that we saw just this week, your opponent and yourself both discard 2 cards from your hand. That could be disruptive. Not to mention Reset Stamp, which is just a one-sided N. So you can put your opponent down to 2 or 3 cards in their hand using Reset Stamp. And then play this. This could be nice little disruption. This could be kind of fun. And interestingly enough, because Serena GX was just a GX that came in its own box, we've only had one Steenie. So this will be the second ever Steenie we're getting in the Pokemon trading card game. Third Serena because of the GX. And then we're getting a Dwebble. Now, this is actually really kind of interesting because the last Dwebble we got was in Legendary Treasures, which was released in November 2013. That was a while ago, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to be in Unified Minds, our August set, which means it's going to be the first Dwebble we're getting in 6 years. Which is kind of a lot, if I'm honest with you. Now, obviously, this means we're getting a Crustle. And I'll be honest with you, Crustle isn't usually particularly good. We don't usually have many good Crustle. So, okay, that's a little bit sad. But you never know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. One thing I do need to point out, you can see on the artwork for Dwebble here, there is actually a Moltres in the artwork. So there's a very good chance here that we're actually going to be getting a new Moltres as well. Which is kind of cool. Something to bear in mind. And Moltres are often quite good. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the news as we know it at the moment. They're the stories you need to know about. As always, when more news breaks, I will be here to share it with you. So if you've not pressed that subscribe button yet, why not? Alrighty then. So tell me what you think about all of this news. Go nuts, be nice, you know the deal. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk about games that don't have Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.